Right now, on the south end of the Las Vegas Strip, a $2 billion dome is rising out of the ground where the Tropicana stood for 67 years. And for once in this town, it is not a casino. It is a Major League Baseball stadium. 33,000 seats, a glass wall aimed straight at the Strip, and a roof the architects themselves describe as a spherical armadillo. Their words, not mine. This week, new drone footage showed the steel bowl nearly framed and the first of 5 massive roof trusses locked in place. So today, we are breaking down what is actually being built on the old Tropicana site, who is paying for it, and what all of this means for your next Vegas trip. First, a quick goodbye. The Tropicana opened in 1957 and was once called the Tiffany of the Strip. By the end, it was one of the last true old Vegas holdouts on the Boulevard. It closed for good on April 2nd, 2024. 6 months later, on October 9th, 2024, the towers came down in a controlled implosion, complete with a fireworks show. Very Vegas. And the reason it came down at all was a deal that had been building for years. The Athletics spent decades trying and failing to get a new stadium in Oakland. In 2023, Nevada lawmakers passed Senate Bill 1, putting up to $380 million of public money on the table, and Major League Baseball approved the move to Las Vegas unanimously. The ballpark itself takes up about 9 acres of a 35-acre campus at Tropicana Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard. Ground broke on June 23, 2025, and the target is clear. Construction done in February 2028, first pitch that April. One more piece of the puzzle most coverage skips. The A's do not actually own this land. The ground under the old Tropicana belongs to Gaming and Leisure Properties, a real estate trust, which agreed to contribute the roughly 9 acres the stadium sits on as part of the deal. In Vegas, even the dirt has a landlord. Now the fun part, the building itself. It was designed by Bjarke Ingels Group, the same firm behind some of the wildest architecture on the planet, with stadium specialists HNTB. The roof is 5 overlapping shells, meant to look like baseball pennants frozen mid-wave. The signature feature is the north-facing wall of glass. If it is completed as designed, it will be the largest cable net glass wall in the world, giving fans inside a clear view of the Strip skyline. North-facing matters in the desert. You get the view and the natural light without the direct blast of the sun. And yes, it is a dome. Fully enclosed and air-conditioned, because July baseball in Las Vegas at 110 degrees was never going to happen outdoors. The design is built for an outdoor feel, sunlight, skyline, open sightlines, without the actual outdoors trying to kill you. The roof itself is glass too, but engineered glass, designed to knock down the direct desert glare while still letting soft, indirect daylight flood the field through north-facing clerestory windows. The whole point is a ballpark that feels open air at 2 in the afternoon in August, without a single fan breaking a sweat. So where does construction actually stand? Moving fast. The entire steel seating bowl was framed in about 3 months. The 3rd and 4th levels are nearly complete around the whole bowl, and the concourse connecting the 2 ends of the seating section has been in place for over a month. In June, crews placed the first of the 5 giant roof trusses, and that was the small one. The second is going up in mid-July, and the plan is all 5 in place by the end of this year. The biggest of them spans 700 feet and will arc 290 feet above the playing field. That is a Ferris wheel and a half of clearance over second base. The build is being run by a joint venture of Mortensen and McCarthy, the same combination that delivered Allegiant Stadium. And as of late May, the team's own leadership says the project is on schedule and on budget. In this town, for a project this size, that is genuinely rare. Okay, the money. When this ballpark was announced, the estimate was $1.5 billion. By August of last year, owner John Fisher confirmed the real number had climbed past $2 billion, making it one of the most expensive ballparks ever built per seat in Major League history. For scale, that is roughly what Allegiant Stadium cost. Except Allegiant holds 65,000 people, and this holds 33,000. At that capacity, it is set to be the smallest ballpark in Major League Baseball. The bet is that in Vegas, small means premium. Every seat closer, every ticket worth more. Do the simple math and it gets wild. $2 billion divided by 33,000 seats works out to more than $60,000 per seat. That is a luxury car parked in every single spot in the building. No ballpark in America has ever spent like that per fan. Here is who pays. Up to $380 million comes from the public under Senate Bill 1. U.S. Bank and Goldman Sachs are providing a $300 million construction loan. The rest, well over $1 billion, comes from the Fisher family and their investors. And the money is genuinely flowing. As of late May, the Athletics confirmed they had already spent more than $400 million on construction. Whatever you think of public stadium funding, and Nevadans argued about it plenty, this project is past the point of no return. So where are the A's right now? West Sacramento, playing in a minor league park while they wait. But here is the detail most people missed. This June, they already played 6 official home games in Las Vegas at Las Vegas Ballpark in Summerlin against the Brewers and the Rockies. Vegas got a preview, and the players got a hard hat tour of their future home while they were in town. And the ballpark is only 9 acres of the story. Bally's plans a $3 billion resort on the rest of the site. 2 towers, 3,000 rooms, a 2,500-seat entertainment venue, and over 500,000 square feet of dining and retail, with direct access to the stadium. One honest caveat. As of this July, that resort has not broken ground. Bally's is still waiting on federal aviation clearance for the tower heights. The site sits close to the airport, and the first phase is only aiming to open alongside the ballpark in 2028. So for now, treat the resort as a plan, and the ballpark as a certainty. What does all this mean for your trip? If you are visiting in the next 18 months, you will watch this thing grow in real time. The trusses go up through the end of this year, and after that comes the roof and that massive glass wall. The corner of Tropicana and the Boulevard is a construction zone. Expect noise, fencing, and one of the best free spectacles in town. And from 2028, Las Vegas becomes a city where you can build a summer trip around a ball game. Indoors, in the air conditioning, with the strip glowing behind the outfield. The Tropicana gave this corner 67 years. Its replacement is planning on at least 30 of its own. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.